watching 11 Alive Morning News. 11 minutes of nonstop news starts now.
First in your 11 minutes of nonstop news, a vote for funding the controversial Public Safety Training Center.
11 Alive's Ariana Manise is live outside City Hall, which will be shut down for the day. Ariana?
Aisha and Cheryl, the city says the decision to close City Hall is due to increased security concerns. That's all they're saying. But this decision does come on the same day that City Council, they'll vote on a funding measure for the Public Safety Training Center, as well as protests against the matter. Now, the funding measure will provide a $30 million payment to support the construction of the training center. But those against the plan, they're not letting this vote go down today without rallying against what they call Cop City. Now, despite City Hall closing, people are still allowed to show up for public comment. All other businesses will be handled online. Now, for those who are planning to attend today's meeting, things like liquids and aerosols are temporarily banned. Now, if the funding measure is approved today, the next step is City Council getting a loan from the Police Foundation, and construction can start as early as this summer. Back to you.
Thank you, Ariana. We continue your 11 minutes of breaking news with a Southwest Atlanta investigation, a deadly shooting at the Columbia at Mechanicsville Crossing Complex. Atlanta police confirming with us the victim was 28 years old, was shot inside a car. We're told police are looking for 3 suspects who drove off in a black Dodge Charger.
And continuing your 11 minutes of nonstop news this morning in Rockdale County.
Conyers police are looking for 2 persons of interest in a deadly shooting at a motel.
So now here is the image Conyers PD has put out. Take a good look right now. Again, they are only being described as persons of interest.
It happened at the In-Town Suites Motel in Conyers. Police found the body of 33-year-old Dontavius Hardiman inside the truck.
In just a few hours, the Atlanta Public Schools Board of Education will meet for the first time since announcing the current superintendent's contract won't be renewed. Dr. Lisa Herring will serve the remainder of her contract that expires June of next year.
Happening today, students in Henry County can get meals through the summer. They are free for kids 18 and under. The sites are open Monday through Thursday. Some of the sites are open through the 29th of June. Others run until late July. That was a look at your Monday morning headlines.
Dodging a few showers, but that is a beautiful sunrise, Chesley.
Yeah, take a look. Take it all in, if you will. Just a few clouds overhead right now. Sun is still rising. We'll have fair skies, at least starting off this morning, and no rain to worry about coming out of those clouds. But once we get into the afternoon, that could be a different story for us. Now, it's only an isolated threat, 20% chance. So a lot of us will stay on the dry side. We'll be warming up this afternoon, 80 by noon, on our way to 86 for an afternoon high, dropping back down to 83 degrees by 7 o'clock tonight. Looking at the rainfall, well, you know, it's been a little bit dry around here lately. We're almost where we should be for this time of year. So we're starting to see a little bit of a deficit there. We don't want that to grow. No, we don't want that to grow. So our chances for rain are on the low side as we continue, but hopefully we'll get some where we need it, at least for this week. 30% chance for the rain tomorrow. By Wednesday, you're looking at a 20% chance and up to a 40% chance. It's our best chance this week for some rain to move in as a disturbance moves into the area. Now, it will clear us out as we head into the upcoming weekend. Friday, I include Friday as the start of the weekend. So you're looking at temperatures a little bit cooler as well. I'm going to show you that in the 7-day outlook in just a bit. Look at this. We have the southeast nice and dry for this morning. Once we get into the afternoon is where we'll start to see some of those showers begin to develop. High pressure is up here to the north of us. We have an easterly flow coming in. Those winds will be on the light side today, about 5 miles per hour or less. You barely feel that. And we'll get into more of a southerly flow once this high pressure starts to slide a little bit further over toward the east of our area, and that will help to boost our temperature up over the next couple of days. Notice this right here. Now, first of all, the light green shade is throughout the southeast, but this dark green over toward North and South Carolina is now stretching into our state. Storm Prediction Center placing a level 1 threat or a marginal risk for severe weather to be in our area. It's in this area here that you could see an isolated shower that could produce some gusty winds, maybe up to 58 miles per hour, maybe some hail associated with it, frequent lightning, of course. And where those showers develop, even outside of that area, will be some brief heavy downpours coming down on you. Then they'll quickly get out of the way. That's the way it's been, folks. Once we lose the daytime heating, that goes away, and then we'll start the process all over again for your Tuesday, even into Wednesday. We're going to hold on to a 20% chance for rain. 89 degrees. That's going to be the highest temperature for this week. Start to go down a little bit with more clouds moving in on Thursday with a 40% chance for the rain. Friday, the best day of the week. 10 on the wazometer, 83 degrees for the high. We'll hold on to that as we start the weekend into Saturday with 86 for the high temperature.
The search for suspects after a deadly shooting in Atlanta at an event with more than 50 people there. Police say the victim may have been an off-duty security guard. Molly Oak live for us this morning with what police are looking for.
Aisha, police now looking for a light green Nissan Murano. They say if you see any car that looks like that, to look for a bullet hole in the front driver's side door and the handle torn off the rear passenger side door. Now, this comes after a shooting that happened Sunday, just after 5 a.m., around 5:30 on Sunday morning. Police say the 27-year-old man was shot twice and died at the scene after there was some kind of argument or fight at the old Main Street furniture building in the Riverside neighborhood. Police say that building is now used as a rented event space, and on Sunday morning, there could have been as many as 50 people there. Police say if you have any information, give them a call. Guys.
Thank you, Molly. This morning, the list of Republicans criticizing former President Donald Trump is getting longer. Governor Brian Kemp is among them. It comes after Trump took to Truth Social to congratulate North Korea's dictator Kim Jong-un on his appointment to the World Health Organization's executive board. Governor Kemp then tweeted, quote, "Taking our country back from Joe Biden does not start with congratulating North Korea's murderous dictator." The post also drew criticism from presidential candidate Ron DeSantis and former Vice President Mike Pence.
Thousands in Georgia are trying to find new health insurance coverage after the state shut down Friday Health. This impacts 37,000 people. It came after concerns the company didn't have enough money to pay customer claims.
The frustrating thing is that I go out of the country for the rest of the month, so that only gives me like a couple days to find new health insurance, or less than 30 days once I get back.
Those patients only have until July 31st to find a new insurer.
Atlanta is seeing a huge show of support for the LGBTQIA community with the kickoff of Pride Month. A record 2,000 people came out to Piedmont Park over the weekend for the annual Atlanta Pride 5K run. That's twice the number of runners last year.
I gain a sense of love and unity when I do it. It's an amazing feeling to have the support, so giving it is even more rewarding.
A big weekend event, and that race, by the way, is a qualifier for next month's AJC Peachtree Road Race.
It's okay to walk away. It's okay to start over again, and it's okay to start a new journey.
It is a new chapter for Atlanta's own Brianna Hampton. She's an influencer, author, entrepreneur, mom, and star of a new reality show. She joined us to talk about juggling it all, her message of healing, and the challenges of living so openly.
I took them off social media for a little while because I had a smear campaign going on. It was a tough conversation because I don't feel like social media understand that we are humans as influencers, and we hurt too. And so when my kids were dragged into it, I was like, no, let me pull my children back away, because I don't want them to see certain things that's being said about their mom, certain things that they're saying about them, because they are innocent children, and I want my kids to stay as innocent as they can be. But we all know when they go to school that their friends are learning things and on TikToks and learning things that we can't protect them forever. So it's tough conversations to have with them, but I try not to put them so much in the limelight.
Brianna says she knows social media exposure is an important consideration for any mom, but especially as she starts her new show. So she decided to only include her kids in episode 1. You can watch the new episodes of Just Being Brianna Fridays on Facebook Watch.
This morning, we are shining a spotlight on an issue facing local families. 1 in 6 children in the U.S. live with a developmental disability. That's according to the CDC. But experts say there are just not enough providers to meet the need of all of children in Georgia. Liza Lucas talked to one speech therapist trying to just do her part, Liza.
Yes, good morning. Early intervention, really important for a child's development, but the reality is families trying to get help can often run into long wait lists, and cost can also be a barrier. So Erica Wilson with Clear Speech LLC, she sees these struggles, which is why her clinic's partnership with the Scottish Rite Foundation is significant. The group helps by shouldering some of the financial burden for families who might otherwise lack access.
A lot of families, they don't just need speech therapy, they need occupational therapy, physical therapy, ABA therapy, which is a behavioral type of therapy, and all of that adds up. So being able to take some of that financial difficulty away has made all the difference.
Now, doctors and advocates tell me that right now there is a call to action when it comes to addressing these issues for families and building the workforce. The struggle is not just here in Georgia, but across the country. And if your family's on a wait list, we are compiling ways you can support your child at home over at 11alive.com. Chesley.
All right, thanks a lot, Liza. By noon today, folks, you're looking at temperatures right near 80 degrees. We'll have partly sunny skies on the outside, looking good. Getting warmer, though, as we head through the afternoon. In fact, by 4, we're looking at temperatures right around 86 degrees. There could be a few isolated showers around, perhaps even a thunderstorm or two. So be weather aware. Carry your umbrella with you just in case. 84 degrees by 6 o'clock tonight. Going to do it all over again for tomorrow, even into Thursday. Through Thursday, and then by Friday, we'll clear it out.
Smooth morning for you.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, enjoy the day. Today's show is coming up next. We look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow morning. Have a good one.